I want to share with you today 5 signs the old version of you is dying. Since 2 weeks now, I'm going through a huge process where basically my identity is recalibrating to the next level. And I want to share with you the signs, let's say 5 signs that I've experienced myself through this process. And here is the thing: most people think that growth feels exciting, and sometimes it does, but sometimes it feels like something inside you is basically rearranging. So let's dive into the 5 signs. The first one: the life that used to excite you, it doesn't excite you anymore. The things, the goals, the achievements that once you wanted, now it feels like something unsatisfying, something that is like, and this is not something wrong. This doesn't mean that you're not grateful for what you have. It just means that you are being called to step into the next level. It's something in you, this feeling when you feel that there is something more than this. There is something more that you have to tap into, because truly we live in infinite possibility and potentiality. The second sign: you start to question everything. Maybe your work, your relationships, your habits, your thinking, sometimes the way you are. Basically, all these things that you were certain about suddenly feel uncertain. Suddenly it feels like, mm, something is not right. I'm doing things, I'm thinking things, and I'm like, it's not in alignment. It's not anymore where it should be. And this is not because you are lost or that you just lost the control. This means that you are being called to step into a new, higher version of you who, of course, moves different, thinks differently. It's just you cannot be the same you with the same thoughts, behaviors, because the old you bring you this far. And this is why you are now stepping into a new version of yourself that moves differently. It is differently. It's not the old you anymore. Maybe it means that this new version of yourself is more embodied, is more aligned. Say no to the things that maybe 4 weeks ago would have said yes to. Your standards are different, but the standards, maybe now, these higher standards that you have, just allows you to be more connected with yourself, take more care of yourself, tend more to yourself instead of taking care maybe of everybody else and draining your energy. The third sign is you feel pulled between two versions of yourself. So it's this version that likes the familiar, the comfy feeling, the I'm okay how it is right now. Everything is like safe in this my little bubble of something. But in the same time, there is the other version of you who basically is expansive, wants more, knows that there is more for you. And basically, it's this internal tension of who you were, what you're leaving behind, and what you are stepping into. And this is really beautiful because since a few days, I'm exactly in this tension. It's just like this, like pull of, it's like just, and it doesn't mean that it's something wrong, because sometimes we may tend to think that, oh my God, something is like, I don't know how to say it. It's something wrong with me, something I have to fix. Sometimes you just have to reinforce to yourself that it is okay to not feel comfortable, and it is okay to leave the comfy safe place that we've been to, so we can step into a, a new version of yourself that is more embodied, more aligned. And yes, it's normal to feel uncomfortable, and it's normal to feel this tension. And now the fourth sign is your nervous system feels quite stretched. Some days you feel expansive, some days you feel completely like you go into this doubt and fear and da da da. Or sometimes you experience this. It's like in 1 hour, it's like doubt, expansion, oh my God, excitement. And then in the other side, oh my God, it's so much fear and unknown. And what am I stepping into? Oh my God. And this is because your nervous system is recalibrating. In order for us to jump into that new version, let's say higher version of ourselves, our nervous system needs to be capable to hold a new reality, a version of you that wants more, is doing more. And this requires capacity and energy. So your nervous system right now, it's like recalibrating and it's like shifting. The important thing was for me not to fall down into this overwhelm and into this emotional collapse. Basically, when we are stretching ourselves to go and embody this higher version of ourselves, basically the next level, we may have a coping mechanism of emotional collapse or shutdown, or it's just like your system decides this is too much, ciao, and then it's like boof, completely blocked, and then you spiral down. And this is normal. The important key here is how do you traverse this kind of expansion so you don't collapse? Or let's say you collapse, but you immediately see it and you're regulating yourself so you can go back on track and move forward. The important thing is that be aware of what's happening in your body and in your system. And when you are aware of it, you can catch it and say, okay, this is happening. This is normal. This is my coping mechanism. So I'm choosing not to repeat this pattern. Now, the fifth sign is you can't pretend anymore. You can't force yourself anymore into relationships, into situations, into places or environments that are not feeling aligned anymore. Basically, what you used to tolerate now feels completely unbearable. And this is a good sign. This is a sign that you upgraded. And some people say, yeah, but you've changed. Yeah, this is a good sign that you changed. This means you're going forward. Yeah, you don't stay stuck your whole life in this level of like, you know what I mean. So, what I want to tell you is if this resonates, take a moment, please, and acknowledge yourself because you are not falling apart. You are not breaking down. All what's going on now inside you means that you are recalibrating. You are stepping into this new version of yourself. If you need any kind of guidance in this process, I would be more than happy to assist you. So, if you want, you can DM me, you can email me, you can book a discovery call, you can do whatever you want. So, if you need help, I'm here.